This is disturbing on many levels. I don't know what's creepier, the fact that there's two twins, or one of them is just staring out into the distance with an unemotional stare, while the other one beats the box brutally until it breaks. It's like that hotel is right behind the ready to strike.
They're gonna steal Rock's crystal.
Not once, but twice. or 3 times if you count the one that's already happened. Either way, it never ends. Indal is not as bright as it appears to be. Things are looking quite bleak as we are in the immigration quarters. But regardless, we now have separated to the war and got our skewers refilled, hoping now things will bypass all of the stupid politics while Akos gets caught behind guards.
And he got so caught, he changed into Shulk.
I guess Torna finally caught, Indal finally caught on, like, hey, he's from Torna, we should get him. Akos is currently in jail and we're good. He's, look, we got his weapon, but he's still gone. Shulk's keeping up, so he's clearly here. Meanwhile, Akos is in Indal jail. In jail, I guess. You can make a lot of Indal jokes, or in jokes of us. A lot of in jokes. Can I say though, with how Zeke is dressed, the Monado dress looks kind of good on him.
Yeah.
Like he's a tired old warrior who's just come home from a long journey, and with his trusty sword and his caddy Shulk, his shaddy, I guess. But regardless, putting Zeke's no look aside,
this grass bothers me.
Why? It looks so flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It kind of looks like a sort of art palette.
Looks like N64 grass.
Yeah. Oh no. I can imagine. It looks much better than Final Fantasy Type 0. Yes, I said it. Fight me. I hate that game. That game is so just. Ugh. Never hated a game and so much in the first 20 minutes, but regardless, we're in better pastures here, and this I'm really feeling it. I said the meme there, and as things get dark in the embrace of a hallway.
Except with Tora's hair.
Oh yeah, he's a blowtorch. He'll always be the shining beacon for us. Now, this is a nice scene. I said that a lot in this series, but still, I stand by it. It definitely stands out for how unique it looks. Not the fact that he's bathing in core crystal dust.
What were you doing?
I do like the echo effect.
Oh, definitely. But the ambient sound, this is where the audio editing comes in hand. But the balancing, though, is terrible.
My work is done for the day.
And just because of how amorphous is gonna be, it makes me distrust everything he says. I mean, like Rex says, "Can I do that?" People are cut out for different things. So is that Amorphous saying, "Yes, but I'd rather you'd not"? Behold, the thing you've been using the fast travel for so long.
I imagine you are already aware, but this.
I do like how it's pretty much like the main menu minimap for fast travel.
Moving in circles around the world tree.
But which came first, the minimap or this?
The monstrous beast known as Ophion.
Who we still need to kill.
Yep, we do. He's hiding a lot of goods, in which we should do so in a super boss hunt. Yep, in which we saw in Torna, but it's given a lot more detail than just like it's sinking in the clouds. But here's the thing, though, for the idiots, just because if you want to look at everything that happened in Torna. Oh yeah, Aisha, you want to focus on Ophion. Not Malos, not Jin, not Indol attacking, not even the giant robots fighting in the sky. No, the little snake. The little snake.
I would ask you to reach Elysium before they do, and inform me of what you find there.
You were already.
Yeah.
Once foolish old man.
Again, I've said this before, but in the cutscenes that they show and what they compared to what they say in the World Tree, or what happened to Amalthus, because what they say is that Amalthus was given something by the architect. He was presented with this as such, but in the cutscenes it definitely seems like he's running away, like he's stealing from Elysium. Where the hell did Amalthus go? Oh well, it's our room now. Party! This is my room now, and I pronounce it Zeke room. Zeke time is over.
But that door opens now, yay!
Yay, and I like how Amalthus pretty much beats out of it. Called the Great Void. You're just repeating everything that we just saying. That's something that does rub me the wrong way in a lot of games. Be like,
Yeah, but because like in the original, if you go back and talk to somebody after a cutscene, they usually have a bit of flavor text.
exactly, but here it's like, I'm gonna speak a line in a cutscene, and then I'll say it again in text form when you are expecting something else. Like, come on, add a bit of character to it. Even something as small as, I believe in you, don't let me down, or be careful. At least that's something different.
Yeah, because like the original has taught me, oh, go back and talk to this person. They may have something else to say, but not in this game apparently.
And again, this is why a lot of people praise the original, because it added so much detail in places in which they really didn't need to. This one, with the side quests, with the flavor text, and a lot of other systems, they sort of like forget that, which is a shame. But no, well.
We're all gonna die.
Hey, Zeke.
I do like the deadpan banter though. I gotta give props to Nia's voice actor. The way she deadpans things, I think is fantastic.
I don't know. That is the first I've heard of it. I have studied much history, but this story never featured. Most peculiar.
Much history in which I've forgotten because I'm a blade.
The only real trace left is in this here sigil of the royal family.
In which they took onto the next expansion pass. Zeke might as well in that cutscene just bring out a physical copy saying, "Look, here, take it and play it." From playing Torna, this makes Amalthus just sound like a bastard. It's like, oh yes, you know that I stole Haze, but I did it just because it was useful.
If you say so.
And I'm lazy, so I get my monks to do my dirty work.
Exactly. So this cutscene, what would be, you know, bog standard cutscene of characters talking, it sort of unintentionally emphasizes.
Is that really all there is to it?
How much of an arsehole Amalthus is.
I don't know much about what happened while I slept.
But no, well, I guess it's what they
There are
do.
no written records either. All we have is stories passed down.
I'm really torn because I feel this game's experience would be so much better if like Torna got released first, but at the same time, Torna wouldn't be as good as it is if it came first, I imagine. So it's kind of like, would they finish Torna first and then focus on brushing up the late game or the main game? I don't really know. And just looking at Zeke, it does make me happy that they've carried on the running joke of the Monado just floating there. I mean, like, if you...
I like that little flavor text there. Zeke was like, we better get some stuff before we go. We gotta prepare and gotta get some drinks and whatnot before we go.
Yeah.
it's been a while since I've been here, so I want to get everything I can. That's kind of a subtle hint to what's going to happen.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, it's a quirk that a lot of our RPGs have, but when it's wrapped up in the fact that it's like, ugh, I haven't been there in a while. Ugh. No, just the little details are there. It's just they're not put in where they're most useful, I feel. The charm of detail with Monolith is still there, but no.
Calling me that. Buzz off, kitty no mates.
You only have one blade, and he doesn't even have a unique weapon. What a joke! Yeah, seriously, seriously, Rex, Tora, Morag, and Pandoria, they get their own exclusive weapons. Not Dromark, though. I get rings just like Tibby.
I don't think anything else would be sufficient to please.
He's my cousin, my lady.
Acting Chairman Nira.
How did he knock on that door?
Is a merchant.
Like, and that loudly, it would just be a...
unannounced.
Well... I would love to imagine the voice actor reading, like, a character description saying he needs to be sneaky and smooth talking, and when he gets there, like, you must now speak in Nopponese. It's like, what?
Tora.
Hey, Charlotte,
What?
are we really gonna just leave Morag behind?
I just spawned
Who's
in.
leaving anyone? She's got her own priorities, you know?
And the girl's like, please,
Yeah,
please
but
buy
still.
my cookies, please. Even in a nice reunion, she still looks pissed. Like, I'm walking towards you. I hate you all.
You wouldn't even think of dragging us into this if you thought you could handle it.
I like how the guard went into Morag's head and then never came past. Let's just say her hair is made up of black guards.
According to Acting Chairman Nira, several giant weapons were being built at the factory where
I don't really know what this point of the story is about, why it's here.
Yeah, because it's just like political unrest in Orest.
Got it.
Because I can imagine...
Besides, you know,
Because...
we've got our own score to settle with him.
I mean, I guess it provides some sort of closure with Banna, but...
I mean, here's the thing though, we didn't need the entire thing. For example, here's how it could have been done a lot better. Amalthus could have caught wind of the Aegis returning. Mm-hmm. What he could have done is like, okay, well, if Malos is after the World Tree and the Architect, this is a danger to all of us. So he could make a summit of, say, Uriah, Morardain, Tantel, and the Aegis. It didn't need to have this political unrest. The entire fight with Jin and Hayes, it could have been done without like the entire war aspect, because we spent like what, a good 10 or 15 minutes in a ballroom just seeing between nations who we have no context of why they hate each other apart from they just do. And it's going back and forth on, you did this, Uriah, no, you did this, Morardain, no, you did it, you are plotting against us, no, you are. It's just like, you could be just done so much more. It could have just been like the United Front in the original. Mm-hmm. It doesn't need to be have like, oh, Homs are against Hyentia and Nopon are against whatever. Mm-hmm. There was a little bit in that, but it got brushed aside really quickly. And even though it was brief, you understood because, again, you saw the fight in Sword Valley. You played that part. if we had a little bit of context in what this Uriah Moraldain war was about, then I'd be fine with it. Probably get that. But it was just wasting time over nothing. It could just be, again, hey, the Aegis is back. Malice is gonna kill the Architect. All nations come as one, and then we have this assassination attempt. We cut out 20 minutes of chaff. Of just wasted time. But again, no, that's just my opinion. I'd feel like if you're not going to give political context, then what's the point in talking about it? Because if you want to get a fantasy style RPG of epic blades and gods, one of the things that you don't want dragging it down is boring politics. But again, people have differing opinions. I just don't. I feel like in a non-comedic context, the last thing that people want to see is "I hate you. I hate you too. You did this." It's like, it's not fun. And even though we have the information we need, let's just converse here. Why not? It would be the Aldanian township. I would stabbing. I mean, let's face it. But when our last praetor went, he was easily stabbed. The obvious answers.
They could have done without all that running around.
Exactly. Just be like, just have like a cutscene which says, what is a vulnerable gathering point with all this unrest? The Aldanian ship. Or maybe have them be at a safe location, but someone leaks. It can be done in many other ways.
I mean, because it's things like this and the whole Rock's core crystal deal that I just kind of, that are hazy to me because they didn't really leave much of an impact on me.
It is the idea of padding. Like, we don't really have much of an idea of, well, a subtlety for one. Oh, come on. You can't get less subtle than that. Like how the shaking stops now. Like, oh no, they onto banner. Oh no, I just feel like
Stop your
it could.
brawling. We must move forward.
It must be. It just could have been done in a lot quicker ways. But regardless, it does bring one of my favorite cutscenes in a game, as far as comedy wise, and one of the uses of one of my favorite words of all time.
Stop everything! Hold it! Don't play dumb!
Don't play dumb. It's like, again, as much as I love Rex's voice actor, my god, his delivery is awkward. It's like he's talking down to a five-year-old. Don't play dumb. It's like, oh,
Don't play dumb.
Again, I think Rex's voice actor does a great job for what the character is. It's just some of the delivery. I don't know whether it's because of bad direction or whether because the details of the scenes weren't detailed enough. I don't know. Either way, nice shot though.
I like how Zeke holds the Monado.
Oh yeah. And we murdered or not murdered Turkins. And now we must pay.
Wait!
We must pay the price.
Silly question. It's Papunin who hire world-famous band of gourmet chefs, fire dragons. World famous?
We never heard of them.
Chefs.
I do like how they made a comeback.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Want only very best food for important summit.
And then we make them go into hiding.
So you mean
These guys are.
Just a bunch of cooks.
I did think they were not putting up much of a fight.
Yeah, you're telling me they only got one hit in. This is lovely. Let's hide the fact he didn't eat something and just give this.
Delicious. I could eat this stuff forever.
Even though he's not talking and just has a gawky smile.
I did think they were here to murder someone.
Why is Rex holding up his hand like that? It's like,
It's not even touching his head.
It's like, at least the original had the ability to, you know, like, rub their necks physically.
An explosion?
And now let's change things dramatically.
It's really bad.
That's why I'm here talking to you guys.
It's here. This is it.
Rex, we need to hurry.
That's why we're standing.
Hey, wait. Hey, no running away. Compensation.
Compensation indeed, in which you will not get. We left the poor Nopon in debt. Speaking of debt, we got one and we need to repay it right now. Gee.
Is this some underhanded Ardanian trick?
Of course she blames the Ardanians.
Yeah, of course. But again, it just makes it seem more juvenile because we have no context for it.
Rosa!
Thanks. I like how Mithra's hair is in Tora's line of sight. Also, a nice little detail is how Mui is no longer in a top head. It's just Banner's silhouette. It's like little things. Makes you wonder what happened to Mui. Is he dead?
Come on, Banner. Cut the bad guy talk and accept you've lost. You know you
Well-
won't get away with it.
We're level 99.
That sounded more like a cry than a laugh.
Rex, right! Banner's screwed! But let's get a nice reintroduction to a great song. It's short and sweet, but then again, though, it's what this boss and what Banner should be, because short and sweet is it can be good for comedy's sake. Oh come on, Rex, topple him! Rex, you suck! Oh well, either way. We got expansion pass, expansion kit, and we're now in the skirt. Upskirt shot, could you call it that? If we're in skirt, does that count? Either way, Banner here. Oh.
Defeated by these nasty meddling kids.
And their dog.
And a little cat too, in the form of Dibby.
The Praetorium will handle the judgment.
What a standoff!
Assassination is a
Banner
serious matter.
versus Morag
The sentence will be harsh.
and Random Queen.
I'm glad.
Just like his ancient ancestor Hugo, he sacrificed his life for everybody else.
Yep.
Majesty!
Not for Uriah, but still.
Your Majesty, please no.
Your Majesty, I have failed you.
I managed to say that even though I was just particles.
Can't be.
It's weird.
Protect us. You. Please wake up. Nio! Nio!
And some people might have a problem with the scene, but I actually like this because it gives more character to Morag. She's not just stoic and just, you know, a stern-faced
Just the others.
character.
I'm not sure
But it just shows emotion
My
and
lady, you cannot.
family connections.
There's still time. Hurry.
Yes, my lady. There are more of them.
Where?
What you say?
I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
You should get to safety.
Music doesn't help, which I feel like is a great sign,
I'm on it.
because its composer does such fantastic work. No. It just makes me feel like the connection was more, oh no, addressed, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, that's me though. And she just walks away. Not a word. What a jerk.
Yeah.
Not even saying thank you or anything like that. It's like, eh. No, like how Nia is in her on the costume even now. It's like you're not white and yellow, you're blue. What gives?
You are...
Shut up.
You're gonna be fine.
The fact you can see the core crystal kind of gives it away there, though.
Yeah, I don't know why they used some of those shots. They could have, like,
What do you mean? Imagine
had
you got us all in a
put a
proper tizzy.
focus more on her
My
face
apologies.
and
I
avoid
thought I
the
spied silhouettes.
gold crystal. Though, although to be fair, I feel like the game has thrown out enough hints so you can get it.
Yeah, like the hot spring scene.
Yeah, and now here in which you literally see a core crystal.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah.
Hey, you guys!
I feel like if they just focus on her,
The Emperor's awake.
focus more on that, then it would have been fine. If you tell anyone about this, I will break your legs. And awkward silence where there's no impactful sound. there.
Yeah, I was expecting a shuffling sound.
Yeah. If they had something like a whoop sound, just to
Yeah.
embrace the hug. More impact.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you call yourselves soldiers. First aid? Anyone heard of it?
But.
And I'm not being subtle.
Scratches. Nothing me and Dromark can't handle.
Even though Dormark wasn't here.
Yeah, good point actually. Because for one thing, yes, Dromark wasn't there, and two, Scratches, he got blown the hell up. I just noticed I said blown, but you know, screw it. It's part of the accents, damn it, in this game.
Let's just say you owe me one. That'll do fine, right?
In which they never allude to ever again.
But it is nice to see the closure between them because they were kind of neck and neck in Lefteria.
Oh yeah,
Nia didn't trust her at all.
yeah. Although to be fair though, I feel that the distrust, as you say, was more on Nia's side. So I feel like if Morag did something for Nia, I guess it would patch things up. But I don't know. Either way though, we now head to a badly textured table.
You shouldn't be up.
How'd they get to Moradane so fast?
Don't question it.
It's only been one
Just
day.
magic of
Please
editing.
don't strain yourself.
And
I've
also
already discussed it with
also-
His Eminence.
change back
Forgive
to
me, Your
your
Majesty.
black attire.
I cannot
We're
accept
clashing and I hate it.
what happened yesterday. It would be sheer foolishness for me to leave your side.
It's like we're twins, but oddly
Is
misized.
that so?
And I'm sorry, but it is
I
I
can
who
see
has
it
the
in your
throne.
eyes. It's
Not
clear
you.
that the Aegis
You are masquerading as the Empress.
made a great
I don't like that.
impression
That's not.
In this series, we have
Special
already got
visitor.
we have already got one Empress, and she is best character.
Aegeons?
No,
No, it's Random Blade number 567.
no, it's Yuna. I wanted to get rid of it for ages. It's all you now.
It's Shun.
It will be of more use in
I
your
purchased
hands.
Final Fantasy X and had massive regrets. It is encased. It is encased in this core crystal.
I trust you more than anyone to lend that boy the wisdom and strength he will need.
Because he surely lacks it.
Definitely.
Like Util and Gormott.
Now this is a scene in which I can definitely get behind, because of all the political complaints that I've seen or probably talked about, I do like how we're getting a nice little, I guess, closure between Niall and Morag. Be like they're siblings, and that's how I guess their arc ends.
The whole of Ulrich.
Which is a bit of a shame, in all honesty, because I feel like outside or past this point, does Morag get any more attention or development?
No, there's a heart-to-heart, but that doesn't explain much.
Yeah, but I mean, like, narrative-wise, in the story. Yeah, I feel like Morag blooms a bit too soon, because we are just over at the halfway point of the game, and Morag's development stops here.
By my father to take the throne of the Empire.
I mean, apart from maybe the clash of the World Tree in which Rex meets up with Morag, I guess that's it. But really,
If not for him,
oh no,
never have met Bridget. Never have met them.
it's weird, but I absolutely do love this scene because. Yeah, sure, hierarchies and politics and, you know, titles aside. Yeah, bro, friend of brother and sister.
Follow your heart, Morag Lidair.
I have no words.
I've always thought it was nice when characters got last names.
Yeah.
Because, like, in this, you just have Rex, Nia.
I know, but Zeke gets his full name, and Morag gets her name here. I guess it's just to emphasize a point. Be like, this is a political tense moment, and Zeke says, I have a full name, and this is when I get serious. Especially when it's Zeke, and, you know, he's been like,
the Zekeinator.
yeah, it's like, the comedy character, the pratfalls, and he's serious in politics. Morag's kind of in the flip side. She's been very serious, very stoic. But then in the emotional climax, I guess, it's like you have for full names. Like, aw, it's so sweet.
To be honest, I was really hoping there was some way you could stick around.
Rex doesn't have much.
That you did?
We don't get much on the backstory of Rex.
No, which I feel like is a shame.
I mean, because with Shook's parents, we at least knew what happened to them.
Yeah, with this game, it was like, oh, their parents didn't make it. But they brought it up so much, be like, oh, his mother died and begged me to look after him. And then, father, he died, but got so close. It's like, why did you add that little detail if you weren't going to emphasize on it? It's like, why?
The Praetorian maintains absolute control over blade distribution. It is quite vexing.
Awakening rates from natural cause are very low.
And meanwhile, the Queen is feeling like she was ignored.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
So to create large numbers of drivers, the cleansing Indol provides is a necessity. That much
But here's the thing, though.
Is the fact that
Here's the thing, the fact that the Queen does very little here kind of makes you wonder why. What's the point?
She's worried about Arai, even though Vandom has to have talked about Rex a lot.
Must surely be thinking the same thing. That's why he sent his precious Morag to shepherd them along.
And now we find ourselves in their debt.
She just seems so bitter.
Yeah, bitter, and I'll be honest, not interesting, because she adds nothing. This is the last thing we see of Uriah, I think. Is it?
I think so.
So, not only do we have political bollocks, which is boring and not going anywhere, and then we get that with the most boring aspect of that group. Because Tantel has Zeke, Moradane has Morag, Nira is Argentum, and Malphus is the protagonist. We have, you know, Mithra, Rex, and everyone else. Meanwhile, Uriah has no representation outside of fandom, and even then, he's fleeting and doesn't have much connection to the Orion capital anyway. So, what's the point? Why couldn't you just be like, oh, Vandom is the king of Uriah, and also does mercenaries? Because you know that
I think Vandom would have made a better king.
Yeah, and you can do that because it's a fantasy setting. Having the queen here, or exists in the first place, especially in the capacity in which he's used, it's pointless. Either way, I think we've seen enough. We've had a heart-to-heart moment, which is not a heart-to-heart, but story elements in the form of Morag and Niall, and we've seen a lot of humor in the form of Banner and also Die, hypothetically. But regardless, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time during our blast through New Game Plus, and hopefully make our way to Elysium. See you guys then.